Soy sauce seems simple, doesn't it? A deep dark liquid, a salty tang, an essential component of Asian cuisine, derived directly from fermented soybeans and time-honored tradition. But if you mistakenly pick up the wrong bottle, you might be getting acid-processed chemicals, artificial flavor boosters, and nothing more than colored salt water. All of this is aggressively marketed as genuine fermentation. For seniors managing heart conditions or families trying to prepare wholesome meals, this isn't traditional seasoning. It's essentially industrial chemistry cloaked in the guise of culinary heritage. 5 soy sauce brands you must avoid at all costs. In today's deep dive, we are counting down 5 soy sauce brands that you should steer clear of completely, even if they appear authentic on the supermarket shelf. Stay with us until the very end, as we will reveal the safe and genuine alternatives that truly deserve your trust and your money. Soy sauce is often far less innocent than it looks. 5 La Choy soy sauce, the illusion of tradition. For many decades, La Choy has represented the familiar face of Asian American cooking. That recognizable red label, the promise of authentic Oriental flavor, and the sheer convenience of finding it in every grocery store. Families relied on it to make homemade stir-fries taste like professional takeout. However, in 2019, food safety investigators exposed something troubling about what was then America's most popular soy sauce brand. Laboratory analysis confirmed that La Choy completely bypasses traditional fermentation. Instead of naturally aging soybeans for months, they employ acid hydrolysis, a rapid chemical procedure that breaks down soy proteins in mere hours using hydrochloric acid. Open a bottle of La Choy and try it straight. Notice the flavor hits you as sharp and metallic, before dissolving into a bitter aftertaste that lingers. Genuine soy sauce develops complex, well-rounded flavors through a slow, patient fermentation. The harsh taste of this product is a direct result of being chemically rushed. A serious health risk, the 3-MCPD byproduct. Here is where the issue becomes serious for families. When soy proteins are treated with hydrochloric acid, a compound known as 3-MCPD is formed as a byproduct. The FDA and European health authorities have studied 3-MCPD for years, as animal research linked high exposure levels to kidney and reproductive damage. Excessive salt, missing complexity. Always check the sodium content when reading the label. A single tablespoon contains a staggering 900 milligrams of sodium, which is nearly 40% of the daily recommended limit for children. Unlike naturally fermented soy sauce, which develops its depth over time, La Choy must rely on excessive salt to mask the missing flavor complexity. Food scientists have documented how this acid hydrolysis method creates flavor compounds that simply do not exist in authentic, traditional brewing. You are not getting fermented soy sauce. You are getting a chemically processed liquid that mimics the appearance while delivering industrial byproducts. 4 Kikkoman less sodium soy sauce, exploiting health concerns. Your physician advised you to limit your sodium intake, so you switched to Kikkoman's less sodium version, believing you were making a responsible health choice. Heart-healthy claims, reduced sodium messaging, and the reassurance of a familiar brand name. You felt you were actively managing your blood pressure, but here is a crucial detail your cardiologist likely didn't tell you about. What happens when food companies reduce sodium in fermented products? They typically replace the salt with potassium chloride and other salt substitutes, which can interact dangerously with common heart medications. A single tablespoon still contains 575 milligrams of sodium, plus potassium compounds that seniors taking ACE inhibitors should not consume without close medical supervision. The medical community trusted Kikkoman to develop truly healthier options for cardiac patients. Instead, the company delivered a marketing solution that targets the very population most vulnerable to dangerous electrolyte imbalances, chemical sweetness and medication risks. Compare both bottles side by side and taste the difference. The regular version is typically smooth and balanced. The less sodium version tastes artificially sweet, with a noticeable chemical aftertaste. This is because they have added corn syrup and flavor enhancers to compensate for the reduction in salt. The medical irony: many seniors are on medications like lisinopril or spironolactone that instruct their kidneys to retain potassium. Introduce potassium chloride from heart-healthy soy sauce, and blood potassium levels can spike dangerously within hours. 3. Great value soy sauce, the cost of cutting corners. The word value is boldly displayed on the label, promising a naturally brewed product ideal for seniors on a fixed income. Great value soy sauce appears to be a smart, economical purchase. Why spend $4 on a premium brand when this delivers the same dark color and salty taste for under $2? But this bargain price should raise a major red flag instead of saving you money. Authentic soy sauce fermentation requires anywhere from 6 to 18 months in a traditional process. Great Value slashes this to just 3 to 4 weeks using accelerated fermentation with added enzymes and temperature manipulation. You are not getting aged complexity. You are buying rushed. Chemistry. Where does the profit come from? The cost math simply doesn't add up. Legitimate soy sauce production includes months of warehouse storage, diligent fermentation monitoring, and continuous quality control. Traditional brewing costs about $3 to $4 per bottle in time, materials, and facility overhead. Great Value retails for approximately $1.89. Where is the profit margin? It doesn't exist, unless they are severely compromising the long, slow process that actually creates true flavor. Independent analysis consistently shows that Great Value lacks the depth and balance of properly fermented soy sauce. The liquid is thin and tastes one-dimensional, pure saltiness without the complex amino acids that develop through slow fermentation. 2. Lee Kum Kee Premium Soy Sauce, luxury packaging, budget ingredients. When shopping, it's easy to be captivated by the elegant bottle, the gold trim, and the traditional Chinese characters. This is premium positioning, heritage marketing, promising authentic Hong Kong flavor since 1888. It looks like an investment in genuine craftsmanship, right? But that premium price tag does not necessarily guarantee premium ingredients. Let's look at what food scientists found in Lee Kum Kee's premium formula. Despite the upscale packaging, it contains sodium benzoate, caramel coloring, and flavor enhancers like disodium inosinate, the very same artificial additives found in the cheapest grocery store brands. Why does this matter? Because you are paying $6 to $8 for what is essentially mass-produced soy sauce with an expensive marketing campaign. The heritage is in the label design, not in the actual brewing process. Shortcuts masked by price. Authentic aged soy sauce achieves complex flavor profiles through many months of natural fermentation. Lee Kum Kee bypasses this with chemical flavor enhancers that make the sodium taste louder without adding any genuine depth. One investigation revealed that the manufacturing takes place in industrial facilities designed purely for volume production, not artisanal brewing. The traditional methods mentioned on the label refer to the recipe's origin, not the current, modern production process. You are paying a luxury price for the same industrial chemistry found in budget brands. Skip the premium marketing theater and choose soy sauce that is actually aged instead of being artificially enhanced. 1. Takeout packets, the absolute worst offender. This is it, the absolute worst offender. Not premium brands with artificial enhancers, nor budget shortcuts, but those tiny plastic packets that are ubiquitous in nursing homes, hospitals, and care facilities across the country. And what's inside often isn't soy sauce at all. In 2020, a major food service investigation uncovered a disturbing truth about institutional soy sauce packets. Major suppliers were distributing products that contained zero fermented soybeans, just water, salt, corn syrup, and caramel coloring. Laboratory analysis confirmed these packets held industrial food-grade chemicals designed solely to mimic the appearance of soy sauce without any actual brewing process. Facilities caring for vulnerable seniors were unknowingly serving colored salt water disguised as a traditional condiment. Deception against the vulnerable. The fact that this targets vulnerable populations makes it particularly alarming. Nursing homes and assisted living facilities rely on these packets because they are cheap, shelf-stable, and portion-controlled. But residents with compromised immune systems and medication sensitivities are consuming fake food products disguised as real condiments. The institutional supply companies profit from regulatory loopholes that don't demand clear labeling on single-say RVing packets. The result is institutional neglect. The most vulnerable Americans are being served fake food while their families assume they are receiving proper nutrition. Check what your elderly relatives are truly being served. Real soy sauce lists fermented soybeans as the first ingredient, not water and corn syrup. The safe alternatives, true fermentation, After exposing acid-processed chemicals, reduced sodium deceptions targeting heart patients, budget brands rushing months of brewing into weeks, premium bottles charging luxury prices for factory additives, and institutional suppliers serving colored salt water, you might think authentic soy sauce has vanished. It has not. Hidden amongst the industrial shortcuts, a few brands still honor the slow fermentation that creates genuine umami without artificial enhancers. Finally, two soy sauce brands that still understand what fermentation truly means. Safe pick 1, Kikkoman Naturally Brewed Soy Sauce. This genuine soy sauce does something radical in an industry dominated by chemical shortcuts and artificial boosters. It keeps fermentation honest. Kikkoman uses a traditional brewing method that takes months, not weeks. Whole soybeans, roasted wheat, salt, and water ferment naturally under controlled conditions until enzymes create genuine amino acids and complex layered flavors. No acid hydrolysis, no artificial accelerators, no laboratory shortcuts. The difference? The liquid flows with slight viscosity, smells warm and rounded instead of sharp, and tastes layered, salt first, then wheat sweetness, followed by lingering, savory depth. This product proves that traditional brewing doesn't require premium pricing or marketing gimmicks. Just soybeans, wheat, salt, water, and time. Safe pick 2, Yamasa Soy Sauce. This artisan soy sauce delivers a complexity that mass producers have been trying to fake for decades with chemical shortcuts. A complexity that only comes from centuries of brewing expertise. Yamasa has been fermenting soy sauce since 1645 in Choshi, Japan. Their process remains unchanged: whole soybeans, roasted wheat, sea salt, and thyme. No artificial accelerants, no preservatives, and no shortcuts that compromise the fermentation cycle. The experience: deep mahogany color, rich aroma combining roasted grain with subtle smokiness, and a layered taste that builds complexity instead of hitting one single note of saltiness. Choose Yamasa when you want to experience what soy sauce tastes like when time and expertise replace chemistry and shortcuts. It proves that authentic doesn't have to mean expensive, just patient. Final thoughts. Choose real food. The soy sauce industry relies on you not understanding the fermentation process, not reading ingredient lists for chemical additives, and not realizing that naturally brewed, premium, or reduced sodium doesn't automatically equate to healthier or more authentic. They are betting on convenience shopping and brand loyalty to keep you buying industrial shortcuts while you believe you are adding traditional flavor to your meals. The good news is you now know what to avoid and what to trust, whether it's choosing naturally fermented soy sauce over acid hydrolyzed alternatives, reading labels to spot artificial flavor enhancers, or understanding that real brewing takes months, not weeks. Small choices make a massive difference in the authenticity and safety of what you consume. Your family deserves condiments that enhance food through traditional craftsmanship instead of chemical shortcuts that prioritize speed over safety.